Hi, I'm back to Lady Lollipop. We are on chapter 3. I wonder if I could train her. I like it, said the princess. It's a nice name. Remember, they talked about her name being Lollipop. But why is she so thin? Don't you feed her properly? I've no money to buy food for her, said Johnny Skinner. What's she been eating then? Whatever she could find on the rubbish heaps, miss. That rubbish means garbage. We'll have to do something about that, said the princess. When they reached the palace gates, she stopped and turned to face her father. Daddy, she said. Yes, darling. I want, and she went through a whole list of things she wanted done. Yes, certainly, my love, said the king. So that by the end of the day, no one who had seen her that morning in the great park would have recognized the pig called Lollipop. She had been washed and scrubbed and groomed and oiled, and she lay in a deep bed of clean straw in one of the stalls in the royal mews, her stomach filled with a lovely mess of rich scraps from the royal table and leftovers from the royal kitchens. There she is, happy. By her side sat a very different looking boy, for Johnny Skinner had taken a proper bath for the first time in his life, and his old clothes had all been burned. Fitted out in new ones, his stomach also comfortably full, he got to his feet as the door of the stall opened, and in came Princess Penelope carrying a birthday cake with 8 candles on it. That's that same picture. Whoops, the pages are sticking. Here we are, Johnny, she said. I had to give a bit each to Daddy and Mommy, but the rest is ours. And she cut 3 big slices. Thanks, miss, said Johnny, and Lollipop grunted. Though the boy could not know it, a bit of a change had come over the birthday girl. Because of her rank and because of her spoiled and often sulky nature, she had never had any real friends. Now she was beginning to feel like she had one. You shouldn't really call me Miss, Johnny, she said. Why not, Miss? Because you should address me as Your Royal Highness. Oh, but actually, I don't mind. Have some more cake. So he did, and she did, and so did the pig, till there was nothing left but the 8 candles, and then Lollipop ate them too. Princess Penelope stroked her pig. Sit, she said, but the pig remained standing. The princess pouted. Why won't she do what I tell her? She said. Everyone else does what I tell them. Why won't my pig? It's early days, miss, said Johnny. She's only ever been used to me. Well, she's not yours any longer, said the princess sharply, and don't you forget it. And out she flounced. Don't you worry, said Johnny to Lollipop. I shall always think of you as mine. And he rubbed behind her ears something she specially liked, so that she gave little soft squeaks of pleasure. They were right, went on Johnny. She is a spoiled child, but in a way, it's not her fault. It's the fault of her dad and mom for letting her have everything she wants. She was quite nice, wasn't she, when we were eating the cake, don't you think? Lollipop grunted. But then the moment she couldn't get her own way, she flew off the handle, didn't she? Lollipop grunted again. I've been quite successful at training you, Johnny Skinner said to the pig. I wonder if I could train her. He might have felt doubtful if he could have witnessed the scene in the palace that evening. Bedtime, Penelope, said the queen. No, said the princess. Tell her, Theo, said the queen. Come on now, Penelope, old girl, said the king. You've had a long day. You must be tired. Am not. I don't want to go to bed yet. It's my birthday. Yes, said the queen, and you've had lots of presents, including a very special one from Daddy. Not many little girls get a pig for a birthday present. And by the way, I haven't heard you thanking him yet. How about saying, thank you, Daddy, now? Shan't, not unless you let me stay up late. She could, couldn't she, Eth, said the king. Just this once, just for a treat. Oh, I wash my hands of it, cried the queen, and she went to arrange some royal roses in a royal rose bowl. Till midnight, Daddy, said the princess. Well, all right then, said the king, just this once. The princess smiled a self satisfied smile. Thanks, she said, for the pig, I mean. I'm glad you like it, darling, said the king. I'm sure it's very comfortable in its stall. Oh, you needn't think it's going to stay there forever. What do you mean? Said the queen, looking up from her roses. My pig, said Princess Penelope, is going to be a house pig, or I suppose I should say a palace pig. And then all the members of the royal household, from the Lord High Chamberlain to the smallest scullery boy, heard Queen Ethelwyn go off into screaming hysterics. More to come.